This program was brought to you by Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a health and wellness company that provides healthy coffees, teas, and chocolate. All one has to do is consume the available coffee, teas, chocolate, and other products to get all the available benefits. One can also share these products with others to help them improve their health as well.
And now, Fairfax Breakfast Club with your host, Basil Lemba.
Welcome to the Fairfax Breakfast Club show. My name is Basil Lemba and I will be your host. The Fairfax Breakfast Club is a weekly program in which we bring to you valuable and workable know-how you can use to improve your networking skills and grow your business. We always start the show with a quote, and today's quote is, "You don't earn loyalty in a day. You earn loyalty day by day." And that is from Jeffrey Gitomer. With us today in the studio, we have someone whose business is to help you create customer loyalty with a rather advanced technology. His company is called Reward Me VIP, and his name is Malik Jaffer. Hello, Malik.
Hi, Basil. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here.
My pleasure. Well, tell us about what you do.
Well, as a matter of fact, I met Jeffrey last year. I was together with him for a whole day.
Oh, interesting.
Great guy, yeah, and he's very down to earth, and that's what he talks about. Loyalty, he talks about sales, he talks about marketing. It's all about establishing a relationship and being yourself. And that's really what it is. And in the business that I'm in with Reward Me VIP, we do text message marketing to retain customers and businesses. Really simply put, we send people messages who opt in, it's voluntary, who volunteer to opt in, and we try to get them back into the office, into the restaurant or the store or the salon or the auto service place a little bit more frequently than they would otherwise. There's some pretty good data that shows that if there's a loyalty system in place and people buy 3 times in relatively quick succession, they're 3 times more likely to be loyal to you than they would be otherwise.
Give that to me again.
Yeah. If there's a loyalty system in place and somebody buys 3 times in relatively quick succession, they're 3 times more likely to be loyal to you than they would be otherwise.
Okay.
So it can have a huge impact on your bottom line.
Okay. Yeah. So you have brought a video to show us how it all works? I
did. There's a short video. It's just a very short video that kind of summarizes exactly what we do and how the text messaging works.
Okay. Well, here's that video then.
If 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers, what are you doing to bring in those customers more often? If you could draw those customers in for 1 or 2 additional visits, what would that mean to your bottom line? When you partner with us and implement our loyalty marketing service, you will soon find out. Picture this. A customer comes into your business and joins your loyalty marketing program by simply entering their cell phone number into your touchscreen loyalty kiosk. The system then sends them a text message welcoming them and giving them an exclusive VIP-only offer as a thank you. It's that easy. Fast forward a week, and now it's time to invite those customers back in for another visit. A text message is sent out and received by all your loyal customers. Today only, show this exclusive text message to get today's VIP-only offer. Now watch your customers roll in, cell phones in hand, ready to redeem that amazing deal. So, if you're looking for a trackable marketing method that provides strong and consistent return on investment with an integrated hands-on level of service, then it's time to partner with us and implement the most impactful loyalty marketing solution around.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, good. Now, how did you get into the Reward VIP business?
Right, so it's a business I established here in the DC metropolitan area, and I operate under a license that a friend of mine, Alex Minicucci out in California, created the software platform about 6 years ago. And last year, his company made 731 on the Inc. 5000 list, 66th fastest growing software company in the United States. And earlier this year, we were bought out by a publicly traded company. So SMS Masterminds was his company. Spend Smart Networks is the company that our network is a part of. So currently we're in 160 markets, approximately in the U.S., 2.5 million customers.
160 market? What is market?
160 markets.
What is market?
Like we're in like the D.C. metropolitan area, New York, Boston, Los Angeles, Texas, Florida, Chicago. I mean,
it's not necessarily state, but areas, metropole areas.
Exactly. So we're all over the United States. We are the premier text messaging customer loyalty company in the United States. And now we're also working in Canada, Puerto Rico, and Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's amazing. It's a very simple system. I mean, all phones going back, years and years have text messaging services.
Mm-hmm.
And so we took a very simple concept like text messaging and built around that. So you don't need a sophisticated smartphone. You don't need something very complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Any phone produced in the US in the last 15 years can do text messaging.
Oh.
And you imagine a little tablet. And when you go into a pizza place or the salon or the auto service center or the pet store, customer would put their phone number in the tablet,
mm-hmm.
and that registers them. And one of three things basically happens. One, it works like a digital punch card. Come 10 times, get a free visit, or
mm-hmm.
10% off, or whatever the offer is that the merchant is giving.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing it does is now you've got the phone number, so you can text message them. Hey, valuable customers, we want to let you know it's snowing today, we're going to be closed. Or it's a Thirsty Thursday, we're running a special, come and get 2-for-1 drinks. That kind of a deal. But the other thing that happens with the system is that because it's tracking frequency, which is what you want in a business, we know when a customer hasn't been somewhere for some time. So imagine 85 days after you went to the auto service center, you get a text message, hey, it's time for an oil service. Or you haven't been to your favorite restaurant in 3 weeks, and you get a message saying, we miss you, you're a valuable customer, we haven't seen you for a while, come back and see us again. Mm-hmm. And you come back, it gives you that prompt to come back. We send our messages, for example, at lunchtime at 10:30, 11 o'clock when people are starting to think, what am I going to do for lunch? They get a text message, oh, free drink with a sandwich. So, who doesn't want a free drink, right? So you take advantage of it and you go in. That's the power of text messaging. That's the power of text messaging technology. Okay. Yeah.
How did you find out about it?
Very interesting. I'll tell you, my background is in international public health and development.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working in South Africa. And a few years ago, in South Africa, there's 5.5 million people with HIV. We found that about 70% of the people who needed to come into the clinic on a monthly basis to collect their medication were not coming in a timely fashion. So organizations, the government, community mobilized, said, we need to do this differently. Mm-hmm. So they hired caseworkers, some hired people to phone them, some hired people to work in the community, go knocking on doors to find them, get them back in. It's a problem, not just for their own health, but also for the community at large because of the medication and building up resistance and so on. So they tried that intervention, and then a couple of years ago, a number of organizations, Johnson & Johnson, the Gates Foundation, Vodacom, the Department of Health, of course, leading the effort, and a number of community organizations thought of using text messaging to see if they could retain customers or retain individuals in a care program. Could they get them back in to take their medications? Mm-hmm. It's like getting a customer to come in for loyalty to buy a sandwich, mm-hmm. but in this case, we're dealing with people's lives. And we're waiting for the results of the study to come out, which should be out to early next year, but all indications are, I believe, anecdotally, that text messaging helps bring people in to stay on their medications. And in our case, buy more sandwiches or get your oil changed or get your car, serviced. So, what do people want now? People want now instant gratification. They want what they want, how they want it, and they want it now. And reaching people on the most valuable real estate in America is how you can do it, which is on their cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's how you found out about it?
That's how I was, in Africa, there's so many things happening on mobile phones, payment solutions, bill paying, not even through apps, just, through easy technology. There's higher education learning, continuing education taking place on cell phones, integrated voice response. There's amazing things happening. And so I was in South Africa from 2006 to 2013. When I moved back, I was looking for opportunities. I've been looking for businesses for a number of years. I almost went into elderly care because my background's in public health. And as the population's getting older, I was looking in businesses. And so I wasn't particularly looking specifically for text messaging, but when I came across Alex and his program, and I saw where the United States was and where the opportunity was for growth in the mobile marketing industry, I had to jump on board. Yeah.
Since how long do you have that then?
Sorry?
Since how long do you have that business?
I started the business in about a year ago, November of last year. Next month will be my anniversary, first year anniversary, and it's remarkable. So far, we've adding in the DC market alone 1,000 people a month to the loyalty system.
Oh, really?
It's incredible. The response in the DC metro is extraordinary, and customers love it. They absolutely love it. They absolutely love it.
So what are the industry that are, I'm assuming that some industry has much more like restaurant, naturally.
Absolutely, yeah.
What are the industry to whom it seems to work the best, or what are the most highly successful, or the most responsive, you would say?
Absolutely. So restaurants do very well. An area called quick service restaurants, these places where you go and get a quick sandwich, a quick, fast food type places, do very well. Pizza does incredibly well. Massage studios and spas do very, very well. Pet stores do very well. Auto service does very well. Hair salons do very, very well. In fact, just before coming to see you, we set up a hair salon. Florists, anybody that has retail customers tends to do very well. Threading, eyebrow threading. There's just a number. We have jewelry stores. We have home services. We have a range of customers, and they're all doing very, very well with the program.
Interesting.
Yeah, what's happening now is 82% of Americans have their cell phone within arm's reach 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, right? 24 hours a day. So we don't text people 24 hours a day, of course. I don't want to get a text message in the middle of the night. But
let me sleep.
Exactly. But in business hours, if you provide value, customers will love it. If you provide value, customers will love it. And now the world is moving so fast that you'll know if your customers are seeing value or not, because you'll see them in your store or not. And you'll see them frequent you or not. So it's easy. It's easy to tell. Imagine this, Basile. You're great at networking. That's your forte. I was at the expo in June. I'll be at the expo coming up in November. Imagine a business that has 1,000 customers in the database. And you're sending them messages, you're sending them some incentives, or you're sending them in wishes about Halloween or Thanksgiving, that kind of thing, Mother's Day. It's Boss's Day, come and get your boss a smoothie. But imagine of your 1,000 people, if you were to bring somebody back in a year 3 times, if you were able to bring back somebody 3 times of those 1,000 people, 3 times 1,000, and your average spend is $10, that's an extra $30,000 to your bottom line, just by valuing your customers and retaining them. We know in business the 80-20 rule. 80% of your business is going to come from 20% of your clients. These are customers that have already spent money there. They've signed into your loyalty program, and you're asking them to come back and frequent your place again. And it could be huge dramatic effect on your bottom line.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Where do you see the future of this going?
Well, the mobile marketing industry is exploding.
The world has gone mobile.
Everything has gone mobile. Everything has gone. More people are accessing the internet on mobile device than by desktop and laptop.
Oh, really?
Last Christmas, I don't remember the statistics offhand, but more people researched their buying purchases on mobile than ever before. More people bought on mobile devices than ever before, and that number will, I'm sure, this year explode last year's number completely. So mobile purchasing, mobile research is growing by leaps and bounds. That's only one area. Payment solutions, mobile payment solutions is growing and being introduced. Digital and mobile marketing is growing. The scope, I think, in the mobile market is still early days.
Infancy.
It's still early days. New technologies coming out, new advancements are coming out. We have, website e-commerce. What about mobile e-commerce? There's just a tremendous amount that can be happening on mobile. You go to a Starbucks, you go to these places where you can just wave your phone in front of a code, and it's paid. Apple iPay has come out with a new technology around how to do payment solutions. So these things were going to emerge, and they're going to become, I think they're going to become commonplace. And I think 3 years or 4 years, when we sit back here again, and we look back and we say, how far did we come in terms of mobile solutions? Mm-hmm. It's incredible. It's incredible.
I don't think that it's going to stop, and it's going to go. This is mind-boggling. And I guess Bill Gates says nobody knows what's going to happen with technology. I think that's probably the most accurate statement you'll ever make when it comes to IT.
That's right. That's right. There's lots of, I haven't read this, but somebody was telling me the other day that there's research underway to create a tricorder, that thing from Star Trek, mm-hmm. that, scans you and tells you if you have diabetes and hypertension. But they're working on this. Is it that far from the Apple Watch that's going to come out, or the Fitbit that people are wearing that says, here's your pulse, and here's your temperature, and here's your this, and here's your that? I don't think we're far off from the biometrics, from all the things that we can do that we want in our life, in the convenience that we want in our life. Mm-hmm. I don't think my business will go into those things. I think we're going to focus on customer loyalty, focus on customer retention, focus on mobile marketing. But there's a tremendous amount that is happening in the mobile space that's phenomenal.
That's it used to be way back when people, when they wake up, they go and check their messages. So they go into the mobile.
They've gone into mobile. And it's interesting. I mean, I did a blog post recently. I was getting so much email that I literally dumped the account, meaning I never checked it anymore, mm-hmm. and I opened a new email account. Mm-hmm. That old email account now hit over 50,000 unread emails. It's from this market and this person and that, everybody trying to sell me stuff. Mm-hmm. And I can understand. I mean, email read rates on average now are 22%. People just aren't reading email like they used to, particularly on commercial messaging. Mm-hmm. Text messaging, 98% read rate in the first 5 minutes. Outside of calling somebody, it's the most intimate way of connecting with somebody is a text message. Apps are out there. If you have to have a smartphone, you download the app. You got to go through that process. Mm-hmm. And you can get push notifications on apps. But about 2 months ago, I was reading a latest report, only 48% of people opt for push notifications on mobile apps. So your read rate on email is 22%. You get a little bit better with mobile apps at about 48%. But with text messaging, 98%. It's incredible because it's what people want. Mm. It's what people want. So that's what we're trying to help small businesses do is grow and retain their customers. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's a changing world.
It is indeed.
Des was telling me that the change in technology in the last 20 years has done more than the last 200 years.
Yeah, I mean, what is this saying? There's more technology in my iPhone than there was in the rocket that went to the moon.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. There's
possibly. It's just compact, but the
compact.
Power, the how can I say the power, the efficacy, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, everything's miniaturized. The technology's there. It's incredible. Yeah, it's impressive. But here's the funny thing, right? even though all the technology is there was a survey that was done recently that asked people, if you lost your phone, if you lost your car keys, if you lost your house keys, if you lost your wallet for 24 hours, what would make you the most crazy?
Mad. This is
The
phone.
Of course.
Well, people.
The phone. The next thing was the car keys and the wallet. I mean, the car keys and the house keys were like in the low teens. The phone was like at high 40%. The wallet was in low 20%.
Grab my identity. Does not matter. Grab my identity. But I need my phone.
If you lose your phone, you can't call anybody. I don't even remember people's phone numbers. It's all in the phone.
True. Well, today people get on the car and then drive down the street, realize they left their phone, they drive and go back home.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. And get this, millennials, 18 to 36-year-olds. 18 to 36-year-olds got smartphones. They have an estimated spending power this year of $200 billion. In 3 years, in 2017, that group will have they'll have the largest spending power demographic anywhere in the US. It's a lot of money. Now, that same group having smartphones, we know that about 25% at the beginning of this year of smartphone users were redeeming a mobile coupon or offer. Mm-hmm. So if we know that people are redeeming mobile coupons and offers, and that group has the largest spending power, it's really up to businesses to decide where they want their customers to spend money, whether they want them to spend it with them or whether they want them to spend money somewhere else. It's almost taking that choice themselves.
Okay. Well, folks, we talked a lot about here, but I just want to invite you to the expo he mentioned. That will be on November 14 at the Stacy Sherwood Community Center from 8 to 2. And also check our website, blnbc.com. That's all we're going to cover for this show over here. And we're looking forward to getting back in touch with you. In the meantime, have a very productive day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you, Basil.
This program was brought to you by Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a health and wellness company that provides healthy coffees, teas, and chocolate. All one has to do is consume the available coffee, teas, chocolate, and other products to get all the available benefits. One can also share these products with others to help them improve their health as well.